Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Charlie here. I just wanted to do this video to show you guys my planted aquarium. It's a 45-gallon uh, aquarium that I put together myself, meaning everything that you see in this planted aquarium, minus the substrate, which I bought at PetSmart, was found in my neighborhood. Uh, I have a golf course across the street from me. It's got a huge lake on it, and I've been watching some of the plants in my neighborhood and out on this golf course over the course of a year, and just basically seeing how they grow, which ones thrive in water, which ones appear when it rains. You know, sometimes plants will shoot up when it rains, and that lets me know they got to find us for water. So, like I said, over the course of a year, I'd actually go out and just take a look at the golf course. And I have been planning this tank for a year. A lot of people who know me outside of YouTube know that this has actually been something that I've been planning for the course of a year. I'm really proud of this tank, but I got to tell you, I don't know if it's going to work or not. The reason for that is I can't identify any of these plants. Very few of these plants can I identify. I have guesses as to which some of them are, uh, but honestly, I'm not going to pretend that I know the scientific technical name for every plant. Some of them I can guess kind of close, uh, but what I want to show you is actually the plants themselves in the aquarium. In hopes that some of you guys can help me identify what some of them are. I have no idea what some of them are. I guess at them. I think this plant here that I'm pointing at, I picked it up today. It looked kind of interesting. I think it's some kind of wisteria, but I don't know. Uh, can't even see if you guys, I don't even know if you guys can see it well or not. I think it's some kind of wisteria. If you will, you guys leave comments and let me know if you can identify any of the plants. The only ones I'm pretty sure about are the hair grasses. I think, and you know what, I say I'm sure and I'm not. I know it's hair grass. Without a doubt, that's hair grass. I picked this up today after watching a YouTube video, and I knew I had identified it before and just had never thought to pick any of it. Was kind of scared to, honestly. This is my first planted tank, so this is totally experimental. You guys are, some of you people watching this are like really good at this stuff, and I just want to, make it clear that this is the first tank that I've ever tried to put together myself. So again, a lot of these plants I can't identify, and I would love for you guys to help me out. I'm gonna try to get a better view of some of the plants over here in the corner. Uh, Maybe you guys can help me identify some of them. I don't know which ones are gonna live, which ones are gonna die. I grabbed a whole bunch of plants over the course of a week or two. This is actually about 2 weeks in now. So let me make this clear. These plants did not grow in here because I can find them in the wild. I actually wanted to find them in various stages of growth. Uh, I saw huge, tall, I mean, really out the tank tall patches of hair grass. And could have grabbed some of that, but I didn't. Didn't want to. I want to actually see if this stuff is growing, and if it's already hanging out the tank, it's going to be hard for me to kind of gauge if this stuff is growing or not. When I first did the tank, I had different plants in it, and I also had my goldfish in here with my tiger barbs. I know some of you guys are cringing, but it really wasn't a problem between the fish. Uh, Weekly water changes kind of helped out with the ammonia from the goldfish. It was only two goldfish. This is a 45-gallon tank. So there's, plenty of, you know, water changes that took care of any extra ammonia that may have been in the water. Didn't harm the tiger barbs. The only thing that usually happened was my goldfish were nipping at some of the plants that I had put in here originally. And I mean, just going at it. They almost wouldn't go to sleep because they were so at this plant. And eventually, what happened was the plant died. The fish lived. I moved them to the 55 gallon that is in my living room. I'm actually in my bedroom right now. But I have a 55 gallon fish tank in my living room, and I'm actually using this as an experiment uh, in preparation to do the same thing with my 55 gallon. I've been a fan of Planet Tanks since the first time I saw them. I want to give a shout out to Dustin with Dustin Fish Tanks. Man, I watched so many of your videos, and I just want to thank you. You were a huge help in giving me confidence to try this project. I hope it works out. Like I said, I got a ready source of plants by this lake. Maybe I'm doing the right thing, grabbing them from there. Maybe I'm not. I don't really have the monetary resources to be trying to go buy all these exotic plants and all this stuff. And so I'm just doing my own experiment. Hey, I think this is some kind of baby tears. I don't know, and I'm about as close as I can get. I actually found one huge patch of this stuff on the golf course today when I was walking, and I mean, it stopped me in my tracks. I was like, wow, look at that. So I actually took the time to grab the whole patch. It was one clump of just, I, it's a carpeting plant. I know that much because the layer of roots that was up under it was just like thick. I mean, and it was all in one clump. I mean, it looked like just a huge grouping of these plants. And I know they're individual plants, but I wasn't going to take the time to just grab three or four strands. I actually picked up the whole thing in one bunch. And what I did was just moved it after washing out most of the plants that I found today. All the plants were washed, but some of these plants are over a week old. Some of them are like 2 weeks old. I'll try to point out those two, those few that are over a week old, so you can see that am having some success. For instance, let me see. Uh, this here is some kind of sword, I believe, that I actually picked up right on the golf course. Went out in the mud, in the water. Couldn't even see my feet. I was so deep in muck. And I grabbed it. It's young, but it's been in there for about two weeks now. And I've seen, you know, I think I saw some new shoots coming off the bottom, coming out. They were young. This stuff here, I can't identify. I don't know what it is. I just noticed that it was making a carpet, and my tiger barbs are actually trying to get their 5 minutes of fame, man. Hey guys. Uh, but again, this stuff here I cannot identify. I'm gonna try to get as close as I can. If you guys can help me identify any of these plants, please leave comments down below. I appreciate all comments, both negative and positive. Let me know because I'm learning. So I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna get into a YouTube battle and start arguing and crying and acting like a little bitch about it. Whatever help you guys can give me, especially if you know what you're talking about, I really appreciate it. Uh, I think this is giant hair grass. Don't know. I think this is baby hair grass. Don't know. Uh, Again, I have no idea what this stuff is, but the fish love it. They hide all in it. They swim through it. It's actually beautiful. And when I actually saw it, it was laid out. It was like a runner. It was laid out. So what I thought was one plant actually turned out to be one plant, but it was huge. I picked this stuff just like this. This one bunch uh, that I picked. It was just growing like that. It was laying down, so I thought it was a carpet. But when I picked it up, it all came together like that, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So I got this bunch today when I was out on the golf course. Uh, Actually, no, I got this walking home from the store this morning. And this is the same stuff. Don't know what it is, but I got it 3 days ago, and it's doing pretty damn good. I'm all right with it. Haven't seen any wilting. Uh, Everything seems to be going okay so far. Who knows? We'll give it a week. The good thing about this is I'm not paying for these plants, and they don't seem to be negatively affecting my fish, so I'm okay with that. All I've got is tiger barbs in here. PetSmart sells them for like $2, $2.50, something like that. And I've only got four, so not to say that they're expendable, but if anything happens, I'm not out of a huge ton of money about fish. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'll just go get some more. I actually want to put about 5 or 6 more in here, just to add depth. I don't know if I will. I wonder if I can put some tetras, some beta tetras in here, just to add a little element of size between the fish. But I don't know how the tiger barbs will react with the beta tetras. So I don't know. We'll figure it all out. I want to thank you guys for checking out my tank. Again, if you have any clue as to what any of these plants are, if you have any comments, any suggestions, anything you can think of, I'd be more than happy to hear from you. Please feel free to message me or send or just put a comment down below. Anyway, I'm Charlie. This is my first Planet Tank. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks a lot.